WBRC Fox 6 Law Call.
Well, welcome back in this evening. We certainly appreciate you staying up late with us for Law Call tonight. Our topic, Ask Us Anything. We've had some great callers so far, and we're going to continue that with Vivian, who is here in Birmingham with us. Good evening, Vivian. How are you tonight?
Fine. How about y'all?
We are great, and we are grateful for your call. So if you will, go right ahead.
Okay. On January the 10th of last year, I had surgery at Princeton on my back.
Mm-hmm.
February the 21st, I had to have another surgery because it got infected. Okay. Then I got real sick, and I had to go. I went to UAB, and UAB had to go in and have another surgery to straighten it out because they had messed me up. But I can't get a lawyer to take the case.
And I assume, tell me, are you thinking it's like medical malpractice, I assume?
Yes.
Okay, Ken, I know that's an area that you all...
Yeah, so medical malpractice cases are very complicated, and not all lawyers handle medical malpractice cases. And even those who do, medical malpractice cases are, there's a very strict set of guidelines that lawyers usually employ to determine whether or not to take a case. In a medical malpractice case, you have to prove that a doctor or healthcare provider what they call breached the minimum standard of care. In other words, they didn't do something that they were supposed to do, or they did something that they weren't supposed to do, and that directly caused the problems that you're having. Okay, that can be injury or it can be death. Now the problem that a lot of people run into is, and you didn't give us really a lot of information about how you were injured, but it sounded like you had an infection, and infections can be the result of, they could be the result of some medical negligence, but many times not. And so you look at infection cases and look at the outcome. There may have been a couple of surgeries after that, which is, surgery is awful. Anybody that's been through a surgery knows that any surgery is awful and terrible, and no one should have to, I mean, you don't want to go through a surgery. But you have to look at it in terms of, okay, how much damage was caused, and then how much, what's the likelihood of prevailing, because lawyers put an incredible amount of money, if they take a medical malpractice case, an incredible amount of money, 6 figures into a case in just expenses alone, not to mention their time. And so you really, unfortunately in the state of Alabama, you really have to have a really clear case and a really substantial damages and injuries to justify taking the case. Mm-hmm. So it's a case-by-case basis. There's no one-size-fits-all. We're glad to talk with you about it and hear you out and hear your story, and tell you, directly whether or not it's something that we or another firm or something like that could help with or not. It's just medical malpractices in the state of Alabama are very difficult on the patient, unfortunately.
What's the statute on that? 1 year?
Is it
two-year statute of limitation. Two years from the date of the alleged malpractice.
So I think Vivian said it was around this time last year. So Vivian, if you'll hold tight, we're going to give out Ken and Ron's number in the next break if you want to give them a call just to talk with them a little bit more, give them more details so you can find out some more definitive information. So